4 attempts, over 5,500 euros gone, and 4 years of frustration. Finally, I got my German driving license. If you ever wondered what it's really like to get a German license as a foreigner, I will tell you everything. The good, the bad, and the crazy expensive part. And make sure you stick around till the end because I'm going to share the exact detailed tips I learned the hard way from my last teacher and from failing multiple times to finally passing in the exam. These are the things I wish someone had told me earlier and they could save you time, money, and a lot of stress in your own exam. Living in the land of BMW, Audi, and Mercedes and still not able to drive legally, it feels scary, overpriced, and headache. It's raining. Actually got access to the theory exam application. Prüfungstag. I passed. Zero mistakes. For those just joining my journey, I'm originally from India, passed my theory test on June 16, 2025 with 100% marks. If you need theory exam tips, I have linked that video in the description and you can find it in the I button also. But the practical exam, that's where the things really get messy. First important step is choosing the right setup. After passing theory, I had a clear vision. Experienced instructor, small car like a Swift, which will be easy to handle for the exam. But nope. My school only had this huge Seat Attica for me at that time, and obviously with the manual transmission. Sometimes you have to work with what's available, but make sure your instructor is worth it. July 10th, I got my first WhatsApp from my assigned teacher. We discussed the car, the schedule, and I was ready to start. And next comes the learning phase. Here's how my lessons went. Each session comprised 2 classes, each 45 minutes long. So it costed me 80 plus 80, 160 euros. And let me break down what I learned at each stage. Lesson 1 to 3 went from July 14 to 23. Today, it's my second class. The first one was very good. The instructor is very nice. She was explaining and we talked about my history, and today is the second class. I'm done for my second class and the instructor was saying that I'm doing good. It was better than last one. Next appointment is next week, so we will see what happens. And at the end of the day, we are making progress and the exam is scheduled in next 3 to 4 weeks. So in between I will book, or I have already booked like 5-6 appointments. So in total around 7 to 8 appointments, which will cost me around 1,500 euros. But I think I need it, otherwise it will be all bad like last 2 times. This is my 3rd day. It's nice. I'm waiting for the instructor. Today's session was intensive. I had to ride on the Autobahn. So after so long, I forgot the rules. And with speed, it's really difficult to manage. So I have to remind myself of the rules and everything again at home. The instructor was showing me which route to take or like what can be the route. It's not that big, very long distance on the Autobahn. It's just 2-3 turns. So not like before in Munich, could have been gone anywhere. But from here, she's saying that it's restricted to just this limit. So it's not that huge. So maybe I can just go and check on the Google. So take help of Google Maps if you are still learning and repeat the route that I do every day after the class, where I check which route I passed and what were the symbols there. Early morning driving class. I'm done with 3 classes, 3 more to go. Today is Wednesday and my exam is scheduled for Tuesday. So next Tuesday. So within 5 days. Let's see. I'm just a little bit nervous. So it's the 3rd last class and then it will be direct exam. So in total, I'll be doing 6 classes before giving this driving exam on Tuesday. Let's see. Most of the things are covered. Maybe a quick practice today. The instructor will do with me. Let's see how it goes. What a class. Really very bad day. I did a lot of mistake, especially on Autobahn. I don't know how I did. I practiced a lot, but still it happened. I think because of the speed and a lot of pressure. Autobahn is the weak point, I understand. Other things are okay, but yeah, a few things I have to still improve, especially on Autobahn. So what I understand is more on Autobahn. I should work hard. Uh, so still 3 days left. And I don't know why, but my instructor was really pain in the ass today. She really pointed me small, big mistakes. I think she also understand the exam day is coming and I have to do better than I did till here. But really, she was harsh. She was scolding. She was some in between shouting also. But then later she realized she spoke so harsh. But I think it's important for us as a student, or especially coming from India, that we don't understand things until we are like pushed, really pushed. And I take it as positive feedback because that was actually my mistakes. I should have been doing better, but it's not improving. And hopefully next time I will not give her a chance to scold me. Honestly, my instructor was tough, really tough. She would call out every mistake immediately. At first, I thought she was too harsh, but now, when I look back, it feels like that's exactly what I needed. So, lesson 4 to 6 were scheduled from August 6th to 11th. Second last class. I am little afraid like we were in the school because last time the teacher scolded me. But still, I have to go like we used to go in the childhood. And I understand it's for my good. And for passing the exam, it's important that I follow the rules and strictly follow her instructions. So let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. Another painful day. I did a lot of mistakes again. Car was off in between on the traffic lights. I can still not recover. And again, she was pain in the ass. But again, same thoughts. Let's take it positive and keep going. It's one class left and only 3 days to go. Today is the last class, last practical class. Tomorrow is the exam scheduled. Surprisingly, I have fever from 2 days and it's not going. Today also I'm feeling the same and I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I'm nervous, 100%, even though the exam is tomorrow. No chance of losing this time. I have lost a lot of money, a lot of time. So this is the target I have to achieve. The last driving class is over. Not so many things, but still she could scold me for some things. Let's see. So everything is gone. Now just tomorrow is the exam, final exam. Let's see how it goes. Good luck to me. Honest feedback regarding my teacher, driving teacher, before I fail or pass in the exam tomorrow. The truth is, yes, she was pain, but actually I think that's what I was missing since my 2021 trial, because the teacher was very nice, very friendly, but at the same time he was missing to highlight the errors I make. But here, even like if I miss a shoulder check, she points it out. And her favorite dialogue is, "Here, proofing is for buy." It means like here the test will be gone or failed. You'll be failed if you do such mistakes. So I really like it. And side by side, I'm always preparing notes at home. And once I am reaching home, I'm always on the Google Maps, following the same route. It's very much possible on PC, so on laptop or PC. There just have the Google Chrome browser. It goes very smooth. But in phone, it's not so friendly to check each location you want to left or right go. So the Chrome is the best one. And I do that. I prepare notes because when you see what you have gone through or which route you went through, you also can remember at the same time what mistakes or comments she or the teacher made. So you just write it or just fix in your brain that you don't miss it tomorrow or the next driving lessons. I was nervous but confident in a way because I had already taken 6 lessons and I thought how hard it could be. Exam day arrived. It's the Prüfungstag, driving exam day. I'm excited. Finally, it's the day. I'm just walking. It's 15 minutes away and my exam will start in around 20 minutes. I remember telling myself that you have got this. Just drive like you have done already and like you have practiced. So it happened once again, the third time. I cannot believe it. I again failed. It's the third time, and this time a minute error, which I think it's on me. And the most sad thing is you don't get a second chance. As soon as I did this mistake,
The examiner had made his mind. He was of the point that why did not you stop on the stop shield line? So I stopped at stop shield because I did not saw the line. But what's the point here? Just one mistake, no warning, nothing. And then on other stop shields, I did very much correct. Everything was good and I did everything perfect. And it's just because, yeah, I was more precautious. So it's good to be precautious, but yeah, they don't even give you one chance. It's sad. Now another appointment, more money, have to pay for the re-examination, have to pay for the classes again.
Exam was over just in 15 minutes. I went home crushed, literally thinking how I can make 100% correct decisions. And I couldn't sleep for 3 nights because, 1870 euros just drowned the drain. And my comeback strategy. So this time I completely changed my approach. I biked around town just watching the traffic patterns every day. I used Google Maps to memorize every possible exam route in the area. I recalled everything what I learned from my instructor who drilled me with different routes every lessons which I took. So I just followed everything again. One final preparation lesson on August 29th.
So here we go again. Once again, with my last fail in the exam, I'm going again. So I have to take class today. Exam is scheduled on Monday, so today is Friday. So I got the appointment like within 2 weeks. So today is one class, and then on Monday, 45 minutes class or one class, and then is exam. But I think this session was indeed needed, and it refreshed my mind, rules, and my muscle power with the steering. So definitely we should have at least 1-2 hours, or after the first attempt, if you fail, you should have again few hours, regardless of you're a profi or amateur, just do it.
This time I felt different. I was more focused, more determined. In the second attempt, I just kept repeating myself. Drive as you learned. Stay calm. Don't invent anything new. And at the testing center, standard procedure happened. I rechecked basic car questions about lights and indicators, and then we started. We drove around 45 minutes. Every turn, every merge, every parking maneuver, I stayed focused because I really wanted to pass this exam. We came back at this testing center. Heart was racing, literally, waiting for the verdict. I sipped in some water before the examiner started talking. And then the examiner said, "Sie haben bestanden. You have passed." And it was like I could not believe my ears.
The day has come and I have achieved this from 12. I have finally cleared the exam. It was my 4th time. Today morning I could not shoot because I was stressed, and it was 4th time, so I was thinking like if I can make it or not. But now I'm happy. I cannot believe it happened. Somehow the situations were like not so 100% in favor. It's more that the examiner gave a chance. There were mistakes, small mistakes, but not so big a one. Like one, I can tell you that on the Autobahn, I don't know why, but I transferred from like when you go in from 3rd to 6th directly because I thought my speed was okay, and it's Autobahn. So that's a mistake I did on Autobahn. So these things can arise, but I think at the end, his point was that I have to be better. I understand there can be mistakes in the proof room because it's stressful time and all, but actually if I drive, I would drive much better than this because I don't have stress, I don't have somebody to look in, I don't have money symbol on my head that I have will waste if I make one mistake. On the road, there are like 100 of people making mistakes. They don't care, they don't have not learned, maybe, I don't know, but now I have learned, I will follow, of course.
Now the true cost. Let's be completely transparent about the financial reality of German driving license. My current attempt in 2025, I took lessons and first exam for 1870 euros. After the fail, the TU exam fee 130. Additional lessons was around 530 euros. So in total 2530 euros. My previous attempt in 2021 costed me around 3000 euros. So in total for 4 attempts, 5530 euros. And yes, it's expensive. And yes, it's also frustrating. But the freedom to drive in Germany, it's priceless. That's my complete German driving license journey. The real, the unfiltered version. If you are in the middle of this process right now, remember, it's not just about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Every failure teaches you something valuable. And here comes my essential tips from my 4 attempts. Now for those of you who really want to learn from my mistake and successes, I'm going to share my detailed tips. These aren't just generic advice, these come from 4 real attempts, multiple failures, and finally succeeding. If you're serious about passing your German driving license, watch this section carefully. I will go through each tip in detail so you can apply them to your own preparation.
It's been a journey, very, very long journey, and I hope you will learn from it. I have packed all the things, all the resources, important points I have learned. Just check out.
So I hope it helped. Now, please drop a comment below with your own driving exam experience. Until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, that license is waiting for you. Good luck. Thank you for watching. Tschüss.